What are the differences between the BC and C-sharp D systems for playing Irish music? That's a question that many people ask. People who are thinking about taking out one system or the other, and people who have already taken out one system and wondering what the other might be like. Well, I can try to answer that question. I'm certainly not going to recommend either system above the other, because I think they're both great systems and they both have a lot to offer. And the first thing to remember, I suppose, is that they are really the same instrument, separated by a single tone. In other words, they're both diatonic accordions where the rose is separated by a semitone, which makes them chromatic in the sense that all the notes of the scale are available on both systems. And the only difference is that the main row of one is in C and the main row of the other is in D. The difference that makes in practical terms, of course, is that you will use different fingerings to get the same scales. In other words, if you want to play in D major on a C-sharp D, you're going to be playing up and down the D row. However, because on a BC your main row is in C, in order to play in D you have to play across the rows, and so on. But of course you can use the same fingerings on both systems, and the only difference will be the sound that comes out. In other words, take an example. If I play a tune in D on my C-sharp D box, well, I use the same fingering on a BC, the tune will come out in C. Now, when you learn to play in G on a BC box, well, pick up a C-sharp D box and use exactly the same fingering, and hey presto, you're playing in A. And this works for all the keys. You're separated by a single tone. What does this mean practically? Well, the C-sharp D system is often referred to among Irish box players as being played in the press and draw style, or the old press and draw style, meaning that it's played rather like a one-row melodeon in D, using the outer row for accidentals where necessary. That's a somewhat reductionist view of the C-sharp D, but it'll do for our purposes. Let's call it the old press and draw style. Of course, when you play a BC, you're going to be pressing and drawing as well. There's no other way to play a diatonic box or any kind of accordion except by pressing and drawing. But the difference that's being referred to, and in fact, some people say that the BC is played on the draw, or on the pull, rather than press and draw. And what that really refers to is basically certain scales, certain keys, tunes in certain keys will be played with a predominance of draw notes, and especially the key of D. So let's look at that, how that works out in practice. For the examples, I'm going to be using the same accordion, which is in C-sharp D. So when I play examples trying to show BC style, the tunes or the little snippets will come out a tone higher than they ought to. But I think that's preferable to me picking up a different box and making lots of different clips. So let's go. Let's look at the key of D now. So to play a scale of D on a C-sharp D, you'll be doing something like this. That's a lot of pressing and drawing going on. You could smooth things out slightly by using the magic note of D, of F sharp, sorry. Sometimes you'll use the outer row C sharp. But quite a few presses and draws there. I can't remember exactly how many, and I can't be bothered to count, but there's more than you have to use on the BC, as you'll see in a minute. To play an arpeggio, which is a broken chord in D, everything's on the push, so no bellows changes there. Now when we move to the BC system, remember this is coming out a tone higher than it should. If I were playing in D on a BC, I'm actually playing in E, but the fingering is the same as D on a BC. I would do something like this. Crossing the rows to get the F sharp and the C sharp, and you'll see that actually we only use 3 bellows moments. We start with the pull, We have 3 notes in a push, what I call a triangle. And the rest are all on pull. So only 3 bellows movements there. And in fact, only 1 button where you play 2 notes. Whereas in the C# D, you're playing, in the straight scale up and down the row, you're playing 2 notes on every button. So what that means is there's only one, you get A and G, G and A here on the same button. Everything else is on a single button. So automatically you can see that there is less pressing and drawing in the key of D, but there's a lot more finger movement, a lot more mobility, as opposed to, because you're using several more buttons to play. Now let's look at the arpeggio in D. The awkward thing about this, when you first start playing, is that your F sharp is on the push and everything else about the arpeggio of D is on the pull. And that makes certain passages a little bit awkward, especially when you first start, but it's a thing that's easily got over. How does this work out? The differences work out in a tune. Let's see if I can come up with a simple tune in D to demonstrate on both systems. Now, here's an easy jig in D. It's called Chant Bouilli, or Yellow John. Now on the C# D, the tune is based really around arpeggios of D, and so we don't have bellows movements there. And I'm playing the tune there with no use of the air button, which shows that the tune is fairly well balanced. The bellows will be closing slowly if I don't use the air button at all. So there's a predominance of pushing going on there. When I play that on BC, it's rather dramatically different, particularly because there's some notes missing in the scale of this tune that will make the point even more forcefully about drawing. You can see I'm not much of a BC player, so you have to bear that in mind in everything I'm saying here. And I'll only be able to scratch the surface of this subject anyway. But you can see that as I play that tune, there's actually only one note in the tune that is on the push. It's the F sharp. Push. And the F sharp in the upper octave as well. So that's a rather extreme example. You can see that there's only one push note in the tune, and that's mainly because I'd say the note of G is missing. So there we can see we're really playing on the draw for that simple tune. Let's try and look at another tune that may be a little bit less. Now just trying to find more tunes in D to show you the contrast between the two systems. I'm struck by the fact that different tunes give different results. There are some tunes in D where you will have the impression that you'll be drawing a great deal, and there are other tunes where it balances out much more evenly. And I think it really brings home the point to me that it's all a case of swings and roundabouts, that you can pick a tune in any key to show you that one system is easier or more draw-based than the other. But for every tune like that, you'll find another tune that will tend to show you the opposite. So everything is to be taken with a pinch of salt, and really, I suppose the only thing is to pick which system you like the sound of, jump in, and work very hard at it. That's the only thing to be done. Let's have a look at this tune here. This is played BC style in E on my C sharp D, but this is like playing in D on the BC. Forgive the flubs, I'm not used to playing it in this key. But there's a tune where you can make much more use of the push notes, and things bounce out much better. On C sharp D. You're pretty well pushing everywhere where you would be pulling on the BC system, and again it bounces out quite well. So the only difference is in the feeling that, you know, you're giving the accents on the C sharp D with push motion, and you're doing them with a draw motion on the BC, which perhaps drawing is naturally easier. The instrument wants to expand rather than be compressed. I don't know. It's just a different feeling. And in general, in the key of D, because of this, you've got the possibility of 5 notes all on the pull there. A, B, C sharp, D, E on the outside row. That often gives a very fluid feeling to tunes in D on the BC, whereas on the C sharp D in that same passage. It's quite a few changes. And again, some tunes have various notes missing from the scale, and that can affect enormously the feeling of playing a tune on one system or the other. There are many tunes in D or G which will miss out the note of C, or there'll be no C or C sharp anywhere, and so on the C sharp D you'll be ending up playing so there's a lot of pressing and pulling there in that particular place in the scale, whereas on the BC it's on the pull and very easy. However, tunes like that will often have arpeggiated bits, which will be easier on the C sharp D. So it's all swings and roundabouts. Going back to our friend the push F sharp on the outer row, which can seem very awkward sometimes when you first take up the BC. In fact, it gives the BC a characteristic kind of kick in tunes like that. As opposed to... So, strangely enough, the BC has a little bit more of a press and draw feel in passages like that. So that's a quick look at the scale of D. Now, while D is played on the row on a C sharp D, and the other key that is played mainly on the row is E minor or E Dorian, the E minor modes in Irish music. And this is a great key for the C sharp D box, and especially if you want to play basses. If you look on the on YouTube for the clips of Tony McMahon playing Toss the Feathers and Ships Are Sailing, you'll see just what can be done in the key of E minor on a C sharp D. Now, tunes like that fit very nicely on the C sharp D, and a lot of fun to play. Now, on the BC, you come up against an interesting problem, or choice, or options. The magic notes on the BC box are E and B. And then we have E here, and we have it here, and we have B here, and we have it there, corresponding to F sharp and C sharp on the C sharp D box. Now, E and B, of course, are very key notes in the key of E minor or E major. So that gives you an awful lot of choice about how you're going to phrase E minor tunes on a BC, a choice that you don't have on the C sharp D. And especially when you're first starting, it'd be very tempting, I think, to use your pull E and your pull B. Say in a key like good old Morrison's jig, you'll be tempted as a beginning BC player to want to do it all on the pull. Or Drowsy Maggie. All on the pull, which gives you bellows management issues, you know. But if you ever want to play basses, if you have a standard 8 bass box with a standard bass layout, say either the Joe Burke layout or the so-called Billy McComiskey layout or the Paolo Soprani layout, then you're going to have E minor in only one direction, and that's going to be on the push. It'll be here, just like the F sharp chord on a C sharp D box. So if you try and play Morrison's, you won't be able to use basses if you do it on the pull. If you want to use the basses, or Drowsy Maggie, you're going to have to use play the E minor on the push. So that's something to bear in mind, and playing on the draw then becomes more of a moot point. Right, well, that's looked at the two first most obvious keys, at least for the C sharp D box, and compared the different fingering systems. I think I'll need to stop now, and I'll make another clip about other keys shortly, because the key of G will reveal some very interesting facets of BC playing, as will A minor, A major, and so on. So I'll try and continue. This is maybe enough of a mouthful for one sitting. Thank you for your attention.